Chosen one, stop scrolling. This message is not for everyone, but if your spirit feels this, it's for you. Something powerful is shifting in the unseen. Heaven has opened the books, and your name is on the decree. You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. The Spirit led you here because justice is about to find you. For months, maybe years, you've been silent, misunderstood, betrayed, forgotten. They took advantage of your kindness. They used your loyalty, and when they were done, they left you to heal alone. But hear me clearly. Heaven never forgot the contract written over your life. The court of the Most High has been in session, and every action taken against you, every lie, every secret word meant to block your destiny, has been brought before the throne. They thought they got away with it. They thought your silence meant defeat, but your silence was not surrender. It was evidence, and now the evidence has been presented. The gavel is about to strike, and when it does, Heaven's judgment will fall in your favor. Chosen one, this is not just a spiritual metaphor. This is a divine verdict being executed in real time. Those who conspired against you will have to pay back 7 times what they took. Every tear, every setback, every delay. The universe itself is rebalancing the scales. You may not understand the sudden silence in your life, the friendships that ended without reason, the doors that closed when you needed them most. But this is divine legal work. Heaven is clearing the courtroom of your life. Every counterfeit connection, every false promise, every toxic soul tie, removed, because you are entering the phase of repayment. They thought you were finished, but they didn't realize that chosen ones don't fall. They are repositioned. Your setback wasn't the end. It was the evidence heaven needed to expose what was hidden. And now, the verdict is ready. Restoration, compensation, vindication, it's being released over your name. Chosen one, soon you'll rise in the presence of those who mocked your pain. They'll have to watch God bless you publicly after they dishonored you privately. Because when the Most High defends his own, no weapon, no gossip, no witchcraft, no betrayal can stand. So if you've been seeing the number 7, if your dreams have felt louder, if your peace has become more sacred, that's the signal. Heaven is finalizing your case, and the payout will be life-changing. Chosen one, what's happening right now in your life is not chaos. It's divine rearrangement. The energy of justice is moving in your favor, and the ones who once laughed at you are now feeling the trembling of what heaven is setting in motion. They thought the pain you endured was punishment, but it was proof. You became the evidence that light survives betrayal, that purity still stands after deception, and that faith outlasts manipulation. Heaven needed a living testimony, and that's why it had to be you. Every delay, every disappointment, every heartbreak was documentation. The angels recorded your endurance. The tears you cried when no one was watching became your legal signature before the throne. And now, the scales of justice are being balanced. Listen carefully. The same mouths that spoke against you are about to pronounce your name again, but this time with trembling. Because heaven has reversed the order. You were once the topic of their gossip. Now you'll be the proof of God's glory. You may start to feel a strange peace this week, almost supernatural. That's the sign that your spiritual case has closed. Every curse spoken over your name has expired. Every word meant to destroy your spirit has returned to its sender. Every plot meant to bury you is now fertilizing your next blessing. You're not just entering a new season. You're entering a divine compensation cycle. In this season, what used to resist you will begin to assist you. Opportunities will flow toward you. People will feel drawn to your energy without knowing why. The same system that ignored you will start to open its doors. Because heaven has declared, it is time. This is not luck, it's alignment. Not coincidence, but confirmation. The vibration of justice has reached your timeline. Chosen one, some of you have been seeing signs, feathers, numbers, dreams, sudden chills when you pray. That's not imagination. That's recognition. The universe is confirming that your name has been spoken in the council of the divine. There's a shift in your finances coming, not just money, but multiplication. The Most High is about to finance your purpose, because when your heart is pure, heaven invests. And when heaven invests, no system on earth can restrict the flow. Expect reversals. The ones who tried to block you financially will need your help soon. The same people who thought you were naive will realize you were prophetic. You didn't lose them. They lost access to the favor that was upon you. You'll notice, too, that some old emotions will begin to dissolve. The anger, the sadness, the confusion. That's not you becoming cold. It's you becoming clean. Heaven is detoxing your energy field. Your soul is being prepared for abundance, because the new frequency cannot flow through bitterness. And hear this clearly, you are not being blessed because of pity. You are being rewarded because of integrity. When others chose deceit, you chose faith. When others played dirty, you stayed still. And while they were building with shortcuts, heaven was building your foundation. That's why the reward will be public. That's why your name will echo in rooms you've never entered. Because divine justice isn't silent, it's spectacular. When God restores, He doesn't whisper. He demonstrates, so prepare your heart. The shift is already visible to those with eyes to see. The people who ignored your messages will now seek your voice. The same system that silenced you will amplify your name. And the wealth that once seemed impossible is now magnetically drawn to your purpose. Remember this. Wealth in the kingdom isn't only coins and numbers. It's health, clarity, peace, creativity, and divine partnerships. You will not only prosper, you will prosper without sorrow. The frequency of restoration doesn't come to make you arrogant. It comes to make you effective, because your story will awaken others. Your testimony will free people who still believe their pain disqualified them. But you will prove that pain was the path. Chosen one, you didn't lose anything. You gained refinement. You didn't miss your destiny, it was being matured. You didn't get delayed, you were being developed. The delay wasn't rejection, it was divine incubation. Now the door is open. The gavel has struck. The verdict is freedom. You are stepping into a dimension where nothing will make sense logically, only spiritually. Your blessings won't follow math, they'll follow mercy. The harvest coming to your life is not based on effort alone. It's based on endurance. You stayed faithful when it was hardest to believe. You kept your hands clean when they expected you to fight back. You stayed still, and now heaven moves for you. In the coming days, expect confirmation in threes. 3 messages, 3 signs, 3 moments of peace that remind you, it's already done. When the divine makes a ruling, there is no appeal. No one can contest what has been signed in the Spirit, and what has been signed over your life is this: overflow. Overflow of joy, overflow of favor, overflow of divine opportunities. So when things begin to move suddenly, don't panic. That's the payout arriving. That's the restoration being delivered. That's God's repayment system working in real time. Heaven is not only clearing your name, and it's clearing your path. What's coming next will not just bless you. It will redeem every chapter you thought was wasted. Pausa profunda, voz serena e firme. If this message has found your spirit, don't leave it unsealed. Type in the comments, the verdict is in my favor. Because words create alignment, and this is your moment to agree with heaven. And before you leave, subscribe to Chosen Light Fire. Share this message with someone who's fighting in silence. Comment your Amen or 777 as your prophetic confirmation. You are not losing. You are being compensated. You are not forgotten. You are being funded. And you are not at the end. You are at the beginning of your divine recompense. Stay in peace. Stay in alignment, and remember, when heaven rules, no man can reverse. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven wants you to understand. The delay was never denial. The silence was never punishment. It was protection. What you thought was the end was actually the encryption of your next beginning. You were hidden, not forgotten. You were covered, not ignored. The divine hand that withdrew you from the crowd is the same one preparing to reintroduce you to the world in glory. You were pulled back like an arrow, not to lose momentum, but to gain distance. Every setback was a divine stretch, every disappointment a redirection. What they called failure was really formation. You were being shaped in the unseen so that when your time came, you would not break under the weight of what's being released. And now, heaven whispers, step forward. The waiting season is closing. The appointed time is here. The tests have been graded. The results are divine. You passed. You passed every secret exam. The nights you chose peace over pride. The moments you forgave when you could have retaliated. The times you stayed silent while being misunderstood. Heaven took note of it all. Every selfless act was a seed, and now the soil of time is responding. Do you feel it? The air has shifted. The weight has lifted. The spiritual courtroom has spoken. Case closed. Every lie spoken against you has lost its legal ground. Every curse sent your way has expired. Every chain forged by envy has melted in the fire of your resilience. You are free. Freedom doesn't always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it enters quietly, through the peace that replaces panic. You are walking into divine order, where confusion cannot follow, where chaos cannot breathe. God is not just restoring what was taken. He's multiplying what was withheld. The delay created interest. The waiting season built equity in heaven's economy. What was meant to harm you became fertilizer for your promotion. Chosen one, you are about to receive divine transactions. Blessings with your name encrypted in light. What was hidden in spiritual escrow is being released. You will see it in opportunities, in divine alignments, in sudden breakthroughs that make no logical sense. This is the justice of heaven. You don't chase revenge. You attract recompense. You don't fight for validation. You walk in vindication. You don't plead for acknowledgement. You embody fulfillment. The same mouths that doubted you will declare your transformation. The same hands that released you will be the ones to applaud you. Listen carefully. God's repayment is never equal, it's exponential. What you lost in 1 year will return sevenfold. The years the locusts devoured will bloom again in one harvest. Every sleepless night is returning as restful abundance. Every tear will come back as a river of joy. Every closed door is reopening with divine fingerprints. You've entered the frequency of fulfillment. The old version of you is gone. Not because of pain, but because of purpose. You are now vibrating at the level of your divine identity. People will look at you and not understand how you survived, how you're glowing after everything. But you'll know it was grace. Grace covered you when gossip tried to bury you. Grace fed you when opportunities starved you. Grace sustained you when even prayer felt heavy. And that grace has now turned into glory. You are becoming evidence that light always wins, that goodness always outlasts greed. That divine timing always outperforms human strategy. What's arriving in your life now is not random. It's righteous. You see, heaven never misses a debt. God doesn't just repay. He restores identity. The money, the peace, the recognition, the opportunities, they are only symbols of something deeper. Your anointing being validated. You will no longer doubt your worth because heaven will demonstrate it through overflow. You've outgrown survival mode. You've graduated from lack. The scarcity mindset is breaking off you completely. You are not chasing wealth. You are carrying wealth. Prosperity is not your goal. It's your natural state when you are aligned with divine purpose. Chosen one, walk like it, speak like it, dress like it, think like it, pray like it, move like someone who already carries heaven's signature of abundance. The more you embody it, the more it magnetizes toward you. The universe is wired to return what vibrates with gratitude. Every time you gave without recognition, heaven multiplied your unseen seeds. Every time you chose kindness over revenge, the light recorded it. Every silent yes to God's direction planted roots of reward. You are about to see what hidden obedience looks like when it blooms in public. Even now, I can feel angels releasing scrolls of confirmation. For some, it's a new home. For others, a divine business. For many, it's restoration of health, purpose, and love. Whatever form it takes, the source is the same. It's the manifestation of well done, faithful one. You didn't give up when it was dark. That's why the dawn is yours. You didn't curse the season of lack. That's why you'll live in overflow. You didn't quit when no one clapped. That's why heaven is now standing. Everything that once rejected you is about to recognize you. Every seed planted in tears is about to shout in joy. Every injustice will turn into divine interest. What they took from you, they'll have to release with interest. Not because you demanded it, but because heaven decreed it. You will know that divine wealth is not just money. It's influence, wisdom, presence, and peace that can't be bought. And as this awareness grows, so will your territory. You will speak in shift rooms. You will pray and open portals. You will dream and download blueprints that change generations. The era of confusion is over. The season of confirmation is here. You will no longer ask, when will it happen? Because it already is. You will no longer fear being forgotten, because you are being favored. You will no longer wait for signs, because you have become the sign. Chosen one, this is your restoration era. Heaven's courtroom has ruled in your favor. The verdict is abundance. The judgment is joy. The decree is destiny. And now I speak this directly into your spirit. You are walking into divine repayment. You are magnetizing what you once chased. You are stepping into ease after endurance. And every injustice done against you has now become your inheritance. They will have to pay, not just in coins, but in clarity, peace, recognition, and open doors. Every no that hurt you will echo as a yes that blesses you. Every betrayal that broke you will rebuild you stronger. Every ending that crushed you was the beginning that crowned you. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine transaction. You have entered the fulfillment frequency. And from now on, lack will have no address in your life. You are free. You are favored. You are funded by heaven itself. When you wake tomorrow, wake with expectancy. When you walk, walk with gratitude. When you speak, speak as one who carries divine authority. And when you see the first sign of blessing, don't doubt it. Celebrate it. That's how heaven multiplies it. And now, before we close this word, if your spirit felt this message was for you, this is your moment of agreement. Type 7 to the 7 in the comments as your confirmation. Subscribe to Chosen Light Fire for more divine revelations. Share this message so that other chosen ones can awaken to their inheritance. And remember, you are not waiting for abundance. You are the abundance that heaven released into this world. If this message spoke to your soul, don't let it fade. Help us keep this light alive. Every like, every share, every comment helps Chosen Light Fire reach more souls who need divine awakening. Support this mission of light. Like this video, it helps the message travel further. Share it with another chosen one who needs this word. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay connected to every new revelation. Together, we awaken hearts, heal minds, and spread divine truth across the world. This is Chosen Light Fire, where spirit meets destiny.